Welcome to the GR Rideshare Podcast. My name is Jason. We have a great podcast in store for you today. We had Cece back. She was such a great guest on our last podcast that we decided to have her back. Very, very fun. And we had Ben, of course, and he's great as well. Always brings some good, solid information to the podcast. We did our weekly recap. A couple things we're talking about today. We talked about St. Patrick's Day and how it's important for a driver to actually prepare a little bit more for St. Patrick's Day instead of just your normal weekend. So look for that. We also talked about Waze, which is a GPS app. We've kind of gone a little bit back and forth with Waze, Google, and Uber's navigation. I love Waze. Always trust the Waze. We talked about a $1,600 Uber ride and how expensive that ride was for about 300 miles. That's kind of interesting, and how that ride got paid. And then we talked about Uber safety as driver and passengers. A terrible story out of California. It's kind of a upsetting story, but it's also important to talk about, especially for a rider out there, to be safe when you're using Uber. Our social media things, we are on Facebook and Twitter, GR Rideshare, and YouTube, where all our crazy videos are, is YouTube. GR Rideshare Adventures on YouTube. I apologize for that. And we also have a Patreon account. It's patron.podbean.com/GRRideshare. And what's a Patreon account, you ask? Well, a Patreon account is where you can give $1, $5, $10, $100. You don't have to give $100, but you can if you want, a month, and you get rewarded for that. Level 1, you get $1 or more per month, gets you early release to videos and podcasts, and a thank you email. Level 2 gives you a handwritten note from us, digital shout out on the show, and a private closed Facebook group for you and us to ask questions and stuff. And level 3 is $10 or more per month, live shout out on our podcast or YouTube video, your choice. You can even be on a podcast with us and a phone call from one of us to talk about rideshare advice or anything else you want to talk about. What that does is that money helps us fund this podcast. It does cost money to do this, for bandwidth or uploading and things like that. It also helps us buy equipment. So if you love the podcast, please, think about donating $1 a month. Doesn't sound like much, but it would help us in the long run. Also, please review us on iTunes. Please go to iTunes and review us 5 stars. If you listen to this podcast and follow it, why wouldn't you? So thanks again. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Have a good day. You don't know?
I think I got it.
Well, if you can't, go get on your phone, and if you can't hear us, then something's not right. I know you don't. Hi, guys. Welcome to the GR Rideshare Podcast. My name is Jason. We're here with Ben.
Howdy.
And Cece.
Hello.
So just quick introductions. You all know me and Ben, but maybe you haven't. Well, no one's seen Cece before on the live stream. But we have done a podcast 2 weeks ago with her. Mm-hmm. So why don't you introduce yourself and driver rating?
Well, I'm still a 4.94.
Oh,
I'm very happy about that.
Okay.
It went down. Somebody gave me a 1.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So been Ubering full time since December, and I love it personally.
That's good. You got about 500 rides?
600 now.
600.
Yep.
Moving up in the world.
I am.
You're going to catch us soon.
So, yeah, CC's great. We had a great podcast. If you didn't listen to it, please download it. So we're just going to have our weekly recap. We had Winter Beer Fest. And Nick, I'll just tell Nick's story because he's not here.
Yeah.
It's not actually a passenger issue. It's a Lyft issue. Didn't give him his money. So I noticed when I was driving down there that I would get regular Lyft requests as you're getting off the ballpark. No prime time. Zero. Like a regular rate. I'm like, this is crazy. And then all of a sudden, you'd get a big one. like 600%. Well, Nick had that happen. It showed 600% when he got done the ride. It was regular rate. So that's like $150. It would have been $150 ride, and he got like $12. He did talk to them, and they said that they were going to take care of it on this pay period. But when I talked to him today, it's not on there.
Still didn't?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I had a puker, a ninja puker, if you will. You didn't hear my story yet, did you?
No.
This is a problem. We chat in that group, and you heard it already. So basically, I got up Friday. Yeah, I got up Saturday morning. I did one ride to the ballpark and one ride from the ballpark. Friday night. That's it. Okay. And then I did an airport run, and then I went home. And it was on Lyft, the airport run. So I knew this was an Uber. I knew what it was. I get outside in the morning. I go through the car wash, and I see a little something on the outside. And I was like, that's weird. So I went through the car wash again, and it still was kind of on there. So then I opened the door, and there was puke all down the side of the door.
Ooh.
So it wasn't terrible, I will admit, but the guys were really cool, but the problem was they didn't tell me. If he would have just said, hey, I threw up in your car, I have stuff in the back, I can clean it up.
Right?
He can clean it up, actually.
Yeah, seriously.
I'd be like, hey, here's your paper towel, clean it up.
Go clean.
I mean, and so I submitted it to Uber, and they gave me $80.
Well,
so I wasn't expecting the full thing, but
Wouldn't you hate to be one of the judges that decides how much money you get? You have to look at all these puke pictures.
gross.
Oh, that one's $80.
right, that's your shift. You're like, oh, I work a 3 to 11 in puke department. Yeah, and sometimes it's pee, poo, dog hair.
Ew.
I mean, I won't even mention the other fluids. You can just use your imagination.
What a job.
What a job.
That would be horrible.
I mean, that's something where you have some PTSD. Like you need to counsel out once a month.
You need
with
some
a counselor.
mindfulness going on there.
Exactly. That's a terrible job. So I was happy with $80. I mean, it took me 10 minutes to clean up, but it was dried, so it took a little longer. I know.
No.
That's nasty.
That's bad.
And what I did find out too is I went to go look at the pictures back on my phone, but if you submit it through the Uber app, it doesn't save to your phone, which is a little shady. So
Yeah.
note to self, take pictures on your phone
And then upload
And
them.
then-
just in case. Because what happens is they say, oh, we lost your pictures.
Yeah.
Then you're like, really?
Well,
I mean, what did we
shoot.
talk about last time? How much do I trust Uber?
Yeah.
Not very much.
No.
So, but anyways, it wasn't terrible. And did you have anything? You had a couple fun rides.
I did have a couple fun
Some
rides.
musical rides.
Yes. So, all of you watching now, you're going to want to open up another tab real quick and bookmark a site for later. Do a YouTube search for Celine Dion on the Recorder. It was unbearable to listen to, but it was hilarious listening to the reaction of my passengers. They've got this video cranked up. The audio's playing off of a phone in the back seat. It sounded like a tin can a little bit, but it's all right. But they were so drunk, and they thought it was so funny. It was one of those rides where the entire car is just laughing hysterically, and Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On is playing on the recorder. It's some guy doing lip syncing and like playing the recorder and odd interpretive dance moves. And I mean, this video, I just heard the audio driving, but when I got home, I pulled it up, and sure enough, it was hysterical. Probably even more funny when you're drunk, like my passengers were.
See, I was super confused. When you told me about that, I thought somebody had a clarinet in the van and was playing it.
No.
I mean, that's pretty epic.
That would be pretty awesome.
Right.
But it was just a YouTube video that they were sharing, passing the phone in the back seat, watching it. And we were all dying. I was dying of laughter. I'm driving, trying to pay attention to the road, and I'm just cracking up because the entire car is laughing.
Those are the best rides ever. When you are laughing,
yeah.
There's a video, I don't know which one it was, but Nick was the driver, and he's like I don't know why he just didn't let it go. He's fighting back the laughing, and I'm like, it was I can't even remember what it was, but it was super inappropriate, but it was funny. But yeah, those are always the best rides. for
Yeah,
that.
I had a ninja puker as well. I didn't notice it
Over the
till
weekend?
2 weekends ago. So Beer Fest weekend.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, over the week. Like, we're
Yeah.
talking about Beer Fest weekend.
Yeah. So, I guess I'm losing track of time. I must be getting old or something.
Well, we do it like every 2 weeks. Maybe I
True.
misspoke. I'll say I misspoke.
There you go.
I'm older than you, I think.
Right.
So
No, but I pulled into the garage after driving, and I look at the car, and I see what my mind at first registered as dirt, like on the window. I'm like, I don't remember going through any big potholes or anything. Like, what is that? Well, I take a little closer look.
did you touch it?
No.
Did you smell it?
Yes.
Ew.
I wanted,
Hey, I'm just asking.
I just wanted to confirm what it was. I'm like,
You
is
did
that
smell it?
dirt? Oh, yeah.
I was kidding.
That's how I confirmed what it was.
I mean,
I
we all
didn't get
we all
real
have
close,
kids,
but-
so we've all smelled some stuff to make sure
Yeah.
it's not.
I didn't have rubber
pee.
gloves, so I didn't like touch it or anything. But
Oh.
I kind of leaned up and did the sniff test. Like, what is this? It was puke, dried on the window, and then on the side of the car. Took a picture of it. Uber gave me $40.
That's not bad. Nothing on the inside.
Nothing on the inside.
How did you not hear that she rolled the window down?
Well, I knew the window was down, and I
Oh.
knew that he was sticking his head out the window, but I didn't realize he was puking.
Well, unfortunately, with mine, I chastised Ben for not having a bigger memory card. Then I went back to look for mine because I was going to see, and apparently I hadn't cleaned mine out, and it taped over it because I was like, "How did this guy puke? I didn't hear it." There's puke on the outside and the inside. The door or the window did not open. I know that for a fact. How'd it happen?
No kidding.
Like straight up,
They should have said something.
they should have, and they were very nice in the car. And if he would have cleaned it up, I would have not requested a fee. I would have gone on with my night, and it would have been great.
Yeah.
But he didn't, and so I submitted it. And 10 minutes
Absolutely.
later, I got my $80.
Well, at least it was fast.
Yeah, it was fast. I mean, it was like noon on Saturday, so maybe the slow shift puke researcher guy was on, but
Yeah.
no, it was. I'm glad, but you're right. I wouldn't have. And so they were like middle age, maybe even close to my 40-year-old age. So they know better. If it was a 21-year-old, I would expect that from a 21-year-old. But they weren't even that like falling over drunk. Like they were just having fun and
Apparently, somebody can't hold their liquor.
something. Just glad he had an empty stomach.
Ew.
Seriously.
All right, what else we got? We have a story. Your story for Let's talk about that video that we posted today. Not yet. But do you have any Beer Fest stories, or was it pretty chill for you? Did you work Friday and Saturday?
No, I just did Friday.
Just did Friday?
I did.
It was terribly slow. I had
It
one ride
was.
out of there.
Oh my word.
I know, and
It was very discouraging.
Like I don't think it got above a 3.0
I promised the kids. I took them to the museum and I took them to the movies. I couldn't
On
do
Saturday?
it. Yeah, and I was trying to hurry up and get done, but I.
Well, no, I mean,
But I
we
couldn't.
all
I don't
have
mean
those.
like that, but you know what I mean. I was trying to start earlier in the day so I
Sure.
could do it, but I couldn't. So,
It's all right.
but I thought I have a cute story.
Yeah.
There was a group of 4 guys, like older guys, maybe in their like 50s, 60s.
Older. I'm 8 years from 50.
Wow.
I'm not going to ask your age because that's not polite for someone to ask a woman their age.
I'm 35.
Okay.
I don't have a problem
I
with
thought
it.
you were younger than that, but
No. But they had guys like night. They do it every beer fest. So they're all married. And then they just all go together and that's like their guy trip. And then they all get like a hotel room and
are they from the area or?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I think that's really cool. And they were talking about it in the car and it was one that was like hammered. But other ones were
always
cool because he
one.
just kept saying, "Hey, Uber lady."
Yeah, your
Uber
video,
lady.
he called you that twice too. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't remember your name, but at least say ma'am or sir instead of like, what do you say, Uber person or Uber something. Uber driver.
Yes.
Well, you do get that one a lot, but
I get that you can't say my name. I get it, but
well, why did you think you gave us your nickname, Cece? I don't even try your. I mean, I can say it, but I was like, it's easier to type Cece or say
yeah.
it.
It is.
Well, that's kind of fun. Yeah, I don't have any. I have guy friends, but we don't do any of those trips. I don't know why, but that would be fun. And Saturday, I had just a great day. I mean, I took a lot of rides out of there, and they were all like $50 a piece.
Yeah, Saturday was nice.
And
I saw all of that in the group, and I was hurting in the theater. Like,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
what movie did you see?
Well, I had already went to go see Black Panther, but my kids wanted to see it. So,
Okay.
and then I took them to the planetarium.
It's a great movie.
So with all those like superhero movies, I can't keep track of them. Like I liked it when it was like Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2,
Right?
maybe a couple other ones in there. The Hulk, and now it's like so much stuff I can't keep track of it. I don't even watch them.
And then they supposed to be in order. So it's like, if you don't see them in the order, like, you don't know what's happening. Like, so if you went to go see Black Panther, but you didn't go see Winter Soldier, you don't know who Bucky is at the end.
Right. Yeah, and then it's DC or Marvel. So then you're like,
DC sucks.
see, yeah, like I don't even know why DC sucks.
Because they suck.
All right.
Like, at least, like, put a mask on. Superman put on glasses. Like, you're not a superhero. Wonder Woman is not a superhero. What do you do?
Okay, so
Put some pants on.
DC ones, they're all just like have utility belts.
Except for Batman. No, like, they don't even have, like, Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she got a utility belt.
She got a lasso of truth and some boots and a plane
Well,
and some handcuffs
an
thingies.
invisible plane. So I'm actually asking a legitimate question. So DC has like Wonder Woman, Batman,
Aquaman.
Aquaman. But Aquaman actually
Wonder
has
Woman.
a power, right?
No, I'm not seeing that.
Well, I'm not seeing it either.
I didn't want to see Wonder Woman either. I think she's a joke. And then all Superman stuff is trash. Batman is the only decent one.
Batman is, yes. I've always been a Batman fan.
But Batman Superman was trash.
Well, you don't like the old school Supermans? I mean, it's terrible, but I kind of grew up on that stuff. No?
Old school Batman, yes. That pow and that all of that,
Yeah,
yes.
That's funny. Yeah, but truth be told, I don't know anything about. I mean, I like watching them, so I'm sure it's a good those are good popcorn movies because you got action and crap's blowing up, but I don't get the story.
The special effects are getting better.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I thought Iron Man 3 was everything. I mean, he brought his suit to himself. Like, he called for his suit, and and he threw his suit on Gwen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I have seen the Iron Mans. I do like that little series.
Like, I love that.
See, that's what I like. Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Spider-Man 1, 2, 3.
But then they changed Spider-Man, and then that one whack Spider-Man in the middle that just had a smart mouth, and now he's a teenager. Like, come on, get this together.
Yeah, which one was that one? That one was terrible.
That's the one that had Jamie Foxx in it for no reason.
Oh,
It's just
man.
there.
Yeah. Us getting off topic.
So,
Okay.
Reroute.
Here's something. I'm gonna ask you guys a surprise question. Do you guys have any tips for St. Patrick's Day? Now, it's a little different for us driving for St. Patrick's Day. I mean, I guess you can give a tip for drivers or riders. Don't drink too much, duh. For around here, we have the Irish Ionia, which starts, and I don't know if you know this, but
8 a.m., right?
right, but you will get rides at 5 in the morning. Yeah.
People go to line up.
They line up, they go to eat breakfast. They're already pre-drinking.
It's
Yeah.
like the pregame show.
Yeah.
So they're drunk all day?
Yes,
they
they
are
pre-game
drunk all
before
day.
Irish Ionia.
So when does it end?
I don't know what time. I'm not doing it this
Wait,
year.
is it one day?
Yeah,
It's one day.
just during the day.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, it's probably like 3, 4, or 5 o'clock, somewhere around there.
Oh, so it's the afternoon it ends.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm thinking this thing was like all day, like a marathon.
I
No,
don't think so.
but they will start early.
Oh, Jesus, 5 o'clock?
Yeah. I went out that early last year or the year before, and I was getting surge rides. I mean, it wasn't crazy, but I was busy.
So this is Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday.
All right, let's eat some Wheaties.
Oh, yeah.
Either that or don't go out Friday night. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go to
we
bed
better call it early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, tips. Do we have any tips for
For drivers?
drive? Let's try drivers.
Yeah.
Like, think of it as what would you do? Because you're a veteran, you're getting there. I'm a veteran driver. What would I make sure? Would I do anything different for St. Patrick's Day? or would I check stuff? Me, I would make sure I have my puke bags.
Absolutely.
I mean, I haven't used them yet, but I would make sure it's there. I would make sure I have paper towel. I have heard of people, now I have leather, but I have heard of people putting a sheet down if they don't have leather, if they have just the fabric.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of glitter.
Yes, there will.
You look at me, I'm...
a black interior.
Right. And your cloth or leather?
Cloth.
Yeah. I mean...
I'm gonna have to put like some plastic down. They're just gonna be making noise in the back.
Slide around. I've thought about it, but I never did. I mean, to me, it looks super tacky. I mean,
No.
the problem is, it's like you'll do 8 rides that day, let's say, and 7 of them will be awesome, and it's that 8th one that'll have glitter and spill their water, and it's just, do you use a sheet for one person? I mean, that's typically how it goes. Most of your rides are pretty good, and then you got one that's a little crazy. But yeah, so I would definitely make sure you have paper towels, puke bags. I did hear the rideshare guy say that he locks his windows out.
So they can't put the windows down?
Yeah, because now, I don't know where he got the information from, but if the windows are up, that little rubber seal closes around it so that no puke can get down. I mean, that's what that seal's for, to keep water from going down into the door. But if the window's down, that's open.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah. So he says lock the windows out. I mean...
So you want them to puke in your car.
Well, it's a win-win, I guess, because you're getting a cleaning fee.
Right.
But
hopefully, if it's not your first ride, you're gonna be done for the day. It depends on how bad it is.
What about you?
I would keep wet wipes in the car too, whether it's for their hands or, they're just sloshed drunk. Just having those handy is helpful. Puke bags, absolutely.
Yeah.
Always. I had a bucket last time I drove on.
I have had a small trash can.
Yep.
I mean, so I have those Medline puke, the blue ones.
Okay.
And they're great, but they're literally this small. So
yeah,
is that what you have too?
Yep.
So I can put it up there, right? But if I'm drunk, am I going to be able to put it up there? And really, I should pre-open them because they're kind of folded. Because if they don't pull it out and they just puke in that hole, it's just going to come out the top, right?
Yeah.
I think I think the trash can's a good...
you gotta love drunk people.
Yeah. I've been making a lot of stops at Dollar General lately for little things like that. And I think I'll probably do it again when I go out and drive this Saturday. Things like the wet wipes, the little container for puke, grab mints.
What job are we in?
You
Really? Container for puke? Who would have thought 5 years
seriously.
ago we'd be talking about a container for puke other than it was for your kids?
But you can get these little Tupperware containers as well from Dollar General. And the stuff's cheap, but it's just sitting in your car, so it doesn't have to be fancy.
Right.
So I would just suggest for the drivers, have a kit ready to go with some of those survival items that we've talked about. And then, mints or gum, maybe not just for the passengers, but also for you. One of those stress relievers, I guess. Sometimes it's helpful for me to have a gum to chomp on or, because some passengers can get a little ridiculous. And
I have Jolly Ranchers.
oh, yeah. There you
They're
go.
really good.
Or a bit of honey. Or...
Oh, I got sick on those ones.
Oh, yeah.
That's a joke with my extended family now because I got literally sick. Had to throw up because I ate too many of them.
Well, how many did you eat?
I'm a terrible adult. Don't give me that look, that
How
mom
many
look.
did you eat?
Way too many.
Jeez, you was eating them like popcorn?
I mean, we got them at like bulk.
Yeah. Like
So-
Ken's Fruit Market has
Yeah.
in bulk.
So I literally got some Bit Honeys for Valentine's Day for my mother-in-law or for my birthday that recently, and it was a small package. And I even said to her, I'm like, this one package was 89 cents. It was 2 for $1. Why didn't you get me 2? And she goes, you know why I didn't get you 2.
Oh. That's amazing.
So, yeah.
So yeah, I'm all about the kit. Have things in the car ready to go. Just makes your life easier as a rideshare driver. And then, you can go all out and paint your face green on Saturday. Maybe kind of fun.
No.
I'm not doing it either. I did that in high school, though.
Just like I'm not doing glitter beard for Christmas. I get all these people tag me every Christmas. Glitter beard, glitter beard. Nope, not doing it.
Not doing it.
Not doing it. But one thing I would add to that kit is latex gloves.
Yes.
Which sounds stupid, but do you really want to?
I don't want to touch that.
Yeah, do you really want to be wiping? I mean, we're all careful. I mean, we've all wiped kids' butts when they were little. You try to be careful, and every once in a while, as an adult, every once in a while. So why would you want to chance that? So you could probably get those at Dollar General or the Dollar Store
Yeah,
too,
you
for
can.
super
Or
cheap.
those rubber gloves work good, too.
That's true. They're reusable, but I personally want to take them off and throw them away.
Throw them away.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Save the earth.
I try, man. I recycle. So
I know one thing that I would do.
What's that?
So I have unlimited washers at Mister.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to canvas and I want to know which one is the closest, because if I got to make a quick run real quick, I can do a real quick run and then head back. That's something, and they need to go ahead of time and see where the drop off and the pickup spots are
for the rider,
for the driver, so
Yeah.
you know exactly what's going on. Yeah, we have the map, but you need to go see it.
yeah. What will be really helpful is that map, and then if you drive Friday night, they'll already have it blocked off. Or maybe they won't because of the bars. I swear they blocked it off the night before. Maybe not. I could be wrong. I'm retracting that.
I think they do, but not until after the bars close.
That makes sense because I know I've seen it, but it's probably after the bars close.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. But you're right. I mean, knowing where your pickup is, and I'm not driving, so I'm not sure the chatter on that. Where is that? Do you know offhand? Probably.
It was Weston and Oaks, right?
Yep.
Weston and
So
Oaks.
on Weston and then on Oaks.
So they're closing it on Ionia from Weston to Oaks, correct?
That's what that
Yes.
map. Yeah.
There was a map, but yeah,
Okay.
I think that's right.
Okay.
So
But the thing is, getting drunk people to walk to the spot.
Well, that's the whole thing we brought up with Winter Beer Fest is when they had it where the ticket sales were, they had to walk over there. This way they just stumble out where they came in and we're all right there. So it's a
Exactly.
beautiful thing. So yeah, I think the veterans know where that spot is, the veteran drinkers, but
well, there's two. That's really confusing. 2 pickup spots for Uber.
it is, but it isn't. If you say you walk, well, not they're going north or south, but you walk south, there's one. If you walk north, there's one.
So is it Commerce and Western and then Commerce and Oaks?
Yeah, I think so.
No. It's on Ionia. That's where it's closed down.
Right.
So
but I'm talking about the pickup points, because I know they're around the corner. Like they're on the back. On the
Oh,
map.
they are? They're not right in front of where they closed the...
According to the map, they were on the tail end. Like they had to walk
Let's
on the
straighten
side of
this
the.
out.
Yeah. We're just going down a rabbit hole. But,
Because I can't even get them to cross the street for the Bob. Like they be about to get hit by a car there. I can't imagine them walking
did you
around a corner.
The developments about the Bob.
I have not.
Apparently, the police are not writing tickets anymore for that.
Who'd you hear that from?
Somebody posted it in the group, I believe. Somebody that had a connection to the GRPD. I don't know if I believe it.
Yeah, me either. Well, it's still an S show over there anyways, tickets or not. So I do ask passengers to go over the hotel. I haven't had any bad feedback on it.
I haven't either. I let them know. I call them and I tell them where I am.
Yeah.
I put my hazards on or I flash my lights because they're drunk. And I promise you, that's like the most nerve wracking thing is watching them try to cross
I
the
know.
street.
I'm kind of torn on doing it, because you're like, okay, can you please cross 4 lanes? Is there a turn lane there? No, I don't think there's a turn lane. 4 lanes of traffic while you're intoxicated. I mean,
But we can't be a crossing guard too and a designated driver.
Seriously?
well, they can say no, and you could say, okay, have a good day, and cancel.
But they think this stops cars.
Well,
They put their little hand out,
Wait.
and I'm in the car, and somebody like screeched and almost hit him. I was like, "Oh my god!"
yeah, I know. Did you find it?
Well, I found out that the time of the event, get this, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Oh my god!
I felt like that thing was all day. I
That's-
thought I saw that somewhere.
That
That's
is
a long-
that's an extended.
So we just gonna be out all day.
Yeah, basically. My goodness.
Like,
Well,
kids, I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, I have to work for Laugh Fest on Saturday, so that ought to be fun in the evening. Trying to navigate that.
You got the map? I
she
couldn't
found
find the
it.
map.
I took a picture of the map.
Let me see it.
It's a map. It's a map.
It's a map.
let's see
It's
my
a
map.
map. It's a map.
No, we have kids.
Well, where's Ionia? I'm lost.
Really?
Well, there's Stella's. Well, you show me where it is then. Riveting podcast.
I know, right? Well, there's the Van Andel.
Well, yeah, I see.
Fulton.
I see Stella's.
Isn't that Ionia?
Oh, maybe it is. You're right.
So then it's up at Oaks and Commerce.
So they're
Fulton.
having people walk up to Commerce then?
Yeah.
It looked like around the back on both sides.
Yeah, the north and the south side.
What would be super awesome is if they just asked those businesses if they'd close for the day and we could just use Commerce to pick people up.
Yeah.
But
So how is that going to be? Like, it's not going to be all organized like Beer Fest, right?
no, I don't think so. I mean, it looks a little bit more. They're pushing them towards Commerce on Weston and Oaks, right? Is that what we're saying? Okay. I don't know. We'll have to see, but I'm not driving, so I don't care.
You're not driving?
I have a special needs conference all day Saturday, and then I do volunteering for Laugh Fest. I do the transportation, and so
you got a busy day.
I have a busy day, so I will be enjoying all the stories on the
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Telegram chat. And so,
Well, speaking of Telegram, Nick just informed me that he did see people getting tickets recently in front of the Bob. So apparently I misspoke.
I mean, you didn't misspoke. You heard it from somebody.
Yeah.
It's hearsay. That's why I said I'm going to take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't see why they would stop because
why
that's
would they?
terrible.
It's easy money for them. So
They just sit there. Every time I go to pick up there, they're just actually just sitting right there.
Yeah,
The,
I mean, I don't
cop
see
sign.
them every time, but
I have purposely avoided pickups at the Bob. Like, I just don't bother.
it's got to be a beautiful surge.
Oh, yeah.
If
Sure
it's
does.
pretty low, I'm like, I'm just gonna wait for the next one.
Yep.
But
Ignore. What's your acceptance rating, Cece?
You know my acceptance rating.
100%?
No,
you
I
can't do
mean-
100.
I usually
We'll have
do.
to kick you out of the group.
I usually do. It's high. I think it's 95.
Wow. Impressive. All right, everybody's got to pull up
98.
their phone and. Oh wow, 98%
98%.
acceptance.
Damn.
That's impressive.
But I do it full time. This is my job, so I don't have a choice.
Well, you're right. You're absolutely right. That's
the only difference.
You bring up a good point. If you don't accept that one, you ain't getting paid.
That's money.
Right.
And I mean, it could be a longer ride, it can be a shorter ride, but it's money. Heck, they can cancel on me. That's
Right.
$360 or whatever it is right there.
right.
So I think that's the difference. I know people are like, for people that do it part time or just do it on the weekends and stuff. Yeah, you want the surge. You want to make the most of your time out there. But for like, if this is what you do, and I'm up and at 'em at like 9:30 in the morning, let's go. I'm taking every ride I can get.
Yeah.
sure, that makes sense.
Do you find you get pulled far away a lot or not? I know not as much as Lyft, but
I'm smart enough to stay out in the suburbs, so I can
call.
get those Jennisons and Hudsonvilles and all of those and Rockfords and all of that. Yeah, I get longer rides all the time.
so you even during the day you'll stay in the suburbs? Or wherever suburb you end up in, or
I always start in Wyoming because that's where I live.
right, makes sense.
Makes
And
sense.
I sit in Rogers Plaza.
Oh yeah,
Easy to get out, and then at night it's easily lit.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be safe.
absolutely.
But it depends on the side of town. Like if it takes me all the way to Plainfield, I don't know Plainfield, so I'm gonna stop requests and I'm gonna get to a side of town that I feel comfortable. Not saying I'm not smart enough to read my GPS, but the GPS has been acting up.
It has.
It's 'cause you're
I
not
know
using
I'm not
Waze.
using Waze.
We always got to bring that up.
I've been using
She saw my
Waze.
face.
I've been using Waze. Not using Uber. I'm trying to get used to
Yeah.
it.
It's not perfect either. I mean, there's times where it does freeze up on me, but
Well, I will say this was off of rideshare driving. I wasn't signed on to any apps, but I was trying to get back to my office and there was a huge traffic jam. So I was like, what the heck? I'm going to see if Jason's right about this. So I opened up Waze. I put in my destination. I routed to it and it's telling me some weird route that I've never taken before. So I was like, all right, I'm going to hop off the freeway because I don't want to sit in this traffic. Took a side street around, basically past where the incident was. It was a a car accident with a truck, like almost dangling over the side of the bridge. It was odd. Yeah, not a good spot. So it routed me around that with the side street and then put me right back on the freeway, and away I went. Blew right by all these cars that had been stuck in traffic. So Waze definitely helped me get to my office in a timely manner. But you think it's really good in rideshare setting too?
I mean, I think it's probably only if you have an issue like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you talked about avoiding rush hour time driving because it takes forever. If you're not driving in those times, you know what? Google Maps is going to be just fine. The Uber map or Uber navigation are probably just fine. But I just use it all the time, so
Sure.
That's what I'm comfortable with. I do have a quick Waze story. We were driving north to my mother-in-law's place, a cottage, and there was one time Waze was like, I want you to get off the highway and do this. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Well, I should have listened to Waze because it burned me.
Did you get stuck in traffic?
I did. And my wife and I, from this day forward, when Waze says, I always say to her, I'm like, oh, man, it's telling me to do something weird. Should I listen to it? So we're believers of it. So it sometimes will have you get off the highway and get back on right then. Now, I won't do that because I'm like, what are you really saving? Like 10 cars? And people do that anyways, just to like get ahead of cars.
My trip to Chicago, of course, I used regular Uber navigation.
Oh,
right?
sure.
So I'm on 290. It had me get off. And then I'm on these side streets. It had me get back on 290. I'm like, wasn't traffic though. And I'm like, okay. And then it had me get back on the side streets and then get back on 290.
What?
Luckily, they were asleep because I know they would have thought I was crazy.
Or drunk.
Probably.
Where's she
But
going?
they
Hitting
didn't know
low
where they
travel.
were. I could have been doing big things. They didn't know.
What was the reason they were going to Chicago again?
They ain't had none.
Really?
I picked up this couple. They had to be no more than 20. I picked them up off of 84th Street from a house that didn't have any address numbers.
What?
And yeah, any mini mighty mode that house. And took them to a hotel in Oak Park, Illinois, which is past Chicago,
Yeah.
with
that
no
north?
luggage. What are you doing at 6? They had me requested me at 6 p.m. on a Friday. You went to a hotel with no luggage. She didn't even have a purse.
That's
Well, you
a
know
little
what they
odd.
went there for. Anyways, let's touch on your the video.
Yeah.
So we posted a video. We post a video every Wednesday at noon.
Is my hand warm?
It's fine. You're okay.
You're okay. You're okay. So I was tired last night when I was doing it. I really liked your video when that girl was touching you and you counted it because I was going to count how many times he said, you're okay. I mean, it had to be in the 20s.
Dude.
And I cut some of it out too. So
Yeah.
it could have been more than that. But yeah, that was an interesting one. You know, at the beginning, you're like, is he just being a nice guy? And then towards the end, you're like, he was being a little creepy.
First of all, I thought he worked at the bar when he was like bringing her to the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought he was making sure she got home.
Okay.
But then when he got on the other side, I was like, oh, well, maybe this is her booth thing, even though the age difference here.
Your
And-
face as they're getting into their car. It was
Well,
pretty awesome.
no,
I was going to
told-
drive off.
I told her the whole video. If you watch that video and only listen and watch Cece's face, it's hilarious. She'd be like raising her eyebrows, like not super animated, but enough where you're like, "This is funny."
What is going on?
Because I'm trying to stay professional, but at the same time, I'm like, what is happening in my back seat?
Right?
Like, he was creeping me out.
Yeah.
And did you hear, though, when he was on the other side, he was just like, I just met her?
Yeah. Did you hear the part where he said that he's staying at the Amway? And he was like, well, we can go to the Amway, but we need to get you in your apartment. So I think he was here on a conference because he had some
Yeah,
sort of
lanyard.
bad lanyard on. So I don't know if you heard that. It's kind of faint, but I mean, I was listening with headphones on. So
I heard him because he was like, we might have to take an Uber back there if we,
Yeah.
if we can get
That's
in your house.
yeah, you're right. Yeah. So, and
I really, you know what I really wanted to do?
what?
But she wasn't coherent. I wanted to ask, was she okay and did she need help?
Yeah.
But what's the point if she can't answer me?
Yeah, I know.
No
I
kidding.
worry. I mean, there is some issues with. I know. I don't believe this was a sex trafficking thing, but there are. I mean, that stuff that's going on, and they are using rideshare for that stuff. So it is a good idea to just keep an eye. If it feels weird, then call the police. You know. I mean, not in your situation, but But yeah, I mean, what do you say to her, like, without making? I mean, I don't think he was. In my heart of hearts, I think he maybe was trying to put a little game on her, but I don't.
Little? He held her hand the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
Your hand is warm.
Who says that?
You're
old guy.
okay.
The most awkward thing to say
fine.
to a woman.
It was weird. I mean, it was weird.
It's okay. You're safe. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. She woke up the next morning like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know what conference he was attending.
That thing was turned around.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Probably
see
forget
anything.
No,
It was just
that
some
he
white.
did that on purpose. That thing was turned around.
Yeah. Well, again, I mean, you did. Yeah. It was so funny. Like, you were like, there's somebody in the apartment.
As soon as I pulled in. Like,
Well, I
as
mean,
soon
I
as
believe
stopped
that
the
there
car,
was, but I'm like, it felt like you were trying to get her out, which I would
wanted
have.
them out. That was a 4-minute ride that turned into what, 10? I'm like, listen, absolutely not. And then they left my door open.
Oh, that was the best. You know, I was trying to think of a caption to put on that. I'm like, it doesn't need one. It does itself.
Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't believe. Oh yeah. They are going to leave my door open.
She was looking for her keys on her phone.
Well, he did mention to her, "Does your phone open it?" So
That's
maybe.
because she was looking every time, and she
Oh.
was like, "Oh, really?" It was in her pocket. Get out of here. I almost, to be honest with you, I almost went back there and was just about to just start searching her, but I was like, let me not do that.
You know, you were much calmer than I would. I would be like, "Hey guys, I gotta go. Can we look? Can we do this?" I mean, I'm much less patient than maybe you guys are. I know for sure for you, but I'm just like, and I saw what time it was. It was late. You were tired. It was
That's my last ride.
2:38 in the
Yeah,
morning. You are
that's-
done.
I was done after that.
Right.
Oh,
but my thing
for
is
sure.
for her, the only reason I didn't kick them out like more aggressively
Yeah.
was I was getting concerned more as it was going and hearing the stuff. And did you hear that drunk girl that approached him?
I couldn't hear what she said, but I heard some
She
chatter.
asked where Grand Rapids was. And then that's where he had said that to the girl because she was like, well, maybe she knows. He was like, I don't know. I just met her tonight. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, well, that was obvious. I mean, in my heart of hearts, I don't think he wasn't aggressive. He was just spinning some game. I
He
think.
was creepy and
was
she
creepy.
couldn't consent. So at the end
True.
of the day, those are the two things I pulled from that. Is the
Right.
fact that he did take her up to her apartment. He can't lock the door.
But we don't know what happened, so we can't.
We don't know. But
Right.
the thing is, we're not going to know because he called that Uber. And if something did happen, she don't even know how she got home.
That's true, because if she wakes up in the morning and she doesn't realize it, you're right, she doesn't know because
So what's the point of me having proof and there's nothing I can do? You know what I
Right.
mean? It is what it is. But I made sure though that I went home and I put it on my Final Cut and chopped it up because just in case.
Yeah. No, that's good. So
Yeah, that's always the frustration with rideshare, is if you sense something is off or not right. Like I go back to the faraway trailer park ride I did. It's like I really want to know what happened after I dropped him off, but I'm never gonna
especially
know.
when the police are called.
Exactly. It's like you have police involved. I bet I could pull a police report, but
Yeah, it's public information.
yeah. But it's there's definitely, you get that sense sometimes. It's like there's something not quite right here, but what can I do about it? I'm an Uber driver.
But that's like when I dropped the lady off and her house was on fire.
Yeah. Oh.
Like I couldn't even
Unbelievable.
finish up with her because it was like 7 fire trucks and they were telling me to move because when I hit the
Yeah.
corner, the news teams was there and she just darted out and ran down there and I felt bad, but I'm like, what can I do?
Yeah.
I can't do anything. Your house is on fire. It's
Yeah.
burning down right now.
Right,
I
and
mean,
you did your job. You
did
got
our
her
job.
there as close as you can, and
We got him home safe.
Right.
I went around and I had took a picture of it because I was trying to see a different angle because it wasn't as much smoke. But I just felt bad. But there's nothing I can do. But I had to take a break after that. That was a little heavy for me.
well, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
that's
certainly.
that's terrible, especially when it's a surprise.
We were sitting at that bank right there
Yeah.
there on Plainfield and Sweet. It was like that Kent County bank.
Yeah.
She was just like, I live
near
up
my
that
house.
hill. She was like, there's a lot of fire. Something's on fire. And we kind of joked and then went up there. I was like, shut up.
Oh, that's terrible.
Wow.
At least no one got hurt, right?
Right.
It can be rebuilt. So, all right, couple of things. We're just gonna touch on some stories. I have quite a few Ubers. I usually do 2 Uber and 2 not, but I have quite a few, and I think we'll I think we'll enjoy it. Do we all hear about the New Jersey man that took the $1,600 Uber ride?
Yes.
So
and the GoFundMe page. And the
GoFundMe.
donation from some corporate.
yeah, it's actually I got to click on it so I can.
I can't believe that.
Because the name of the company is hilarious that paid it.
Yeah.
It's a small little article. It's Jamie Gavonazzo, Jersey for sure, or
Yeah,
Italian.
seriously.
Founder of Eat Clean Bro.
Eat clean, bro.
Eat Clean Bro.
All right.
So something to do with like lifting and eating
Yeah.
clean, but he just looking for a little press. I mean, we're talking about it. So
$1,600. First of all, we could have chopped that up right there. What did we say last time? Verify where they're going. Since our last podcast, every time somebody gets in my car now, I verify where they're going.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's true. He didn't do that.
Nope.
I mean, but here's the thing though. I don't blame the driver.
I do in a way though.
Why?
First of all, how long was it? 5 hours?
I don't know. It was on a Surge and it was XL. So
Okay, I get that. Like, I'm all for the money, right? But before I take that long of a trip, listen. Did you have to get gas? Like, you couldn't have been on a. Come on, like, like think about it. Like, was he passed out? Was he just asleep?
I think he was passed out.
Like, passed out?
Yeah.
First of all, that's concerning right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think he got in and mumbled, and I mean, I can look at the article, but I'm pretty sure he just got in and
Before I drive that long,
I know.
that's the one time I would have. If I didn't verify, I would have did it then. I mean,
So
he got
we
paid.
headed to wherever we're going. Yeah. That is
Come on,
odd.
that's a long trip.
He says,
Seriously.
I just woke up, Bachman told the Advanced Media in a phone interview, and I'm thinking, why the F am I in a car next to some random ass dude I don't even know?
You don't even remember being in the Uber?
Right. So
Oh,
I'm going to
man.
go back to it's his responsibility. He drank too much.
Yeah.
The driver did what was required of him.
True, but he should have. But he should have verified though.
You're right. He should have, but he didn't break any Uber rules.
He did
He
not.
didn't.
This is a suggestion is to verify.
And
Yes.
I agree with you. I definitely would on a long trip. Like
Heck
it came out, I'd be
yeah.
like, okay, can we talk?
I
Can we
gotta
get
get
personal
some
here?
gas.
Right. I got to get gas. I'm gonna have to use the
I need a
bathroom.
snack.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so
because how long was it? I thought it was 5 hours.
yeah, I'm trying to look. It's 300 miles away. So I mean, no, it wouldn't be 5 hours.
I did
I mean,
186 to Oak Park.
It was probably like 3.5. I mean,
Yeah.
we're splitting hairs, but
That's a lot of miles
That's a
because that was only
long
186, and I drove 3.5 hours.
let's see. Oh, it just says the. There's a screenshot. It says six.
Trip details. That's awesome.
It says $1,635.93. Underneath it says add a tip.
I wonder how
please.
long did that take to clear.
Oh, man.
Oh,
You already
he
know how
probably
they
still
are.
doesn't have the money.
Probably not.
Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious. But no, I agree with you. I mean, we talked about I don't do it all the time, but on a long ride like that, I'm like, are you sure this is where we're going?
Yep.
Because that's your
So-
time.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting to drive that long. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
know how we get those long trips
For
like
sure.
that. I would have, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not blaming the driver, but at the end of the day, that could have been completely eliminated if you would have just did one thing and just
Sure.
verified.
Yeah.
true.
But
Even though he was a butt and he was drunk and don't remember doing the Uber at the same time, they're trusting us to get them where they're supposed to go.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So what I took from you guys last time, because I know you do, now I really do. Every time somebody get in there, I do verify just because I had somebody where I was taking them. They were like, where you going? This is what you put in.
Yeah.
that driver was Scrooge McDuck last night, swimming in the money. $1,600.
Seriously.
Let's see. That was a fun one. Let's not go to a terrible one right yet. This is an NPR article, but it was by MIT that our average salary is $3.37 an hour.
I read that
Now,
and I
now
said,
that's been
no.
retracted, and they're supposed to be the smartest in the world, like right, or the country, something
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know how they figured it out.
That's not
I
accurate.
feel that someone funded that.
Mm-hmm.
Some. I feel like there's
A taxi company or something.
there's something behind that because
Trying to get people
how do
not
they
to
even
drive.
figure that? I mean,
That's not accurate at all.
no, and they
No.
came back and said, oh, maybe $9 to $10 an hour.
That's a big jump from $3.
Right, and so now you're just throwing darts?
Seriously.
Because 10's not right either.
That's not right either.
I mean,
absolutely
maybe
not.
in some areas. I guess personally, I don't know.
You're not doing it right if you're only making that much. I mean,
That's
you're not
like seriously.
You're not doing it right. So
Minimally, I'm doing 18. Minimally.
Yeah. When I
usually
drive bar
always in the
clothes, my low, I mean, I'm XL, so that helps, but 25, 30 is pretty standard.
But here's the thing, though. You got to take gas out and you got to take wear and tear. So, but how do you calculate? That's the big whatever
Like,
they call it.
How do you do wear and tear? I get the gas, but my car's good on gas.
Right. Well, there are some formulas out there that will do it, but who knows? I mean, each car is different. They don't know how you drive. They don't know how you maintain it.
Yep.
I mean, it's just it
At
is what
the
it is.
end of the day, I know I'm bringing home anywhere between $800 and $1,000 a week. Okay,
Yeah.
so it is what it is.
Right.
You know, yeah, I got gas maybe 3 times during that week, but I'm filling up at $32.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're spending like at the most $200 a week in gas. At the most.
That's not bad.
No, I'm not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, not too shabby.
So that was MIT. You just lost confidence in that. Another. What did we call it? Another Uber X. What am I calling it? Another platform. I'm stumbling here. Help me out about the health rides.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call that? Another
Classifications.
classifications.
I don't know.
And now they're going to be offering picking people up from the
Uber
hospital.
Health.
Uber Health. What do you guys think about that?
Well, it's not necessarily just people from the hospital.
Well, true.
But-
I would say more people from doctor's office.
Or just getting them there. I think it's brilliant. I mean, obviously, you want to prepare yourself as a driver for having potentially sick people in your car. There's that. But that being said, I think there's definitely a need for that kind of a service because there are so many people who may not have cars or access to public transportation. They're missing their doctor's appointments simply because they don't have a car and they can't get there. So why wouldn't Uber step in and fill that gap? I think it's a very needed thing, but I'm seeing Cece's face and I'm not sure she's agreeing with me there.
Okay, so it's all about your resources, right? So elderly people can actually get free rides to and fro. They just need to know how to use their resources.
Sure.
Go bus will
311.
come get you, different things like that. I agree. I do like it, but I just think Uber just trying to put their hands on a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Well, they're still paying the driver, but and then they're billing the
Hospital or
or
the
the
doctor's
insurance
office because they don't
company.
even need a phone.
yeah.
The doctor's office can order it, and so for the patient doesn't even need to have a phone. So
I
that's
love that.
the advantage.
But if they don't need to have a phone, that proves a problem when we go to pull up. You know how it is when people call an Uber for somebody.
Oh, that's true. I never
and they
thought
don't
about
even
that
know
point.
we're outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
mean, I
know-
see some logistics.
So it's the little tweaking of it, but overall I think it's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to be prepared, like you said, for people that are contagious or sickly.
I worry about
you got
that
pink
more-
eye.
Yeah.
Like seriously, you going to a doctor's appointment because you have pink eye.
So here's a
Don't
question.
touch nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Are you allowed to say, what are you coming from the doctor's office for?
Yeah.
You cannot.
Probably
I mean,
not.
that's
probably HIPAA.
So
well, that's
I-
HIPAA inside the doctor's office. We don't have
True.
HIPAA inside our car. So they can
Still.
they can refuse to say no, and then I'm like, all right, I'm canceling the ride then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a complete dick move, but
I was about,
mean,
I was about to say that'd be a little unprofessional.
but
know.
my point is if he's like sweating and like, I mean, coming out of the ER, I mean,
That's not no different than if you picked up somebody from the bar that's
That's
all
true.
messed up.
Yeah.
Let's be honest with you. The people that's going to the doctor's appointments will probably be a little bit better than some of the drunk people.
that's a good point. Maybe they're being proactive with their health, and
Because
dang it, Cece.
think about it. They're doctor's appointments.
Right.
You could have a woman that's pregnant just going to the OBGYN.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody has a baby in your car, that's
Well, it's a
that's a
story.
different thing.
I'm gonna need a more than $150 cleaning fee on that.
Who you telling?
Yeah,
Seriously.
I'm gonna need a fire hose or a
Newspaper. I
match.
want some press.
Yeah, no, you bring up a good point. They're probably being more responsible than the drunks we pick up. But here's the thing, too. It's going to be just regular rate. I know that's okay with you because you're full time, but somebody like me, I don't want to take somebody 2 miles.
You know,
I mean,
I don't know. I just have this Good Samaritan kick about
oh,
me
here we go.
sometimes.
Here we go.
I don't think I would mind if it's regular because I Sure, I'm not getting paid what I could be on a surge ride or whatever, but it's helping somebody get access to healthcare, and that kind of takes precedence over making money sometimes.
Well, my thing is for you, if this is individual people doing it, they wouldn't even get an XL.
You're right.
So you might not even get any.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he'll get.
I mean, if you don't turn on, if he don't turn on X, you know what I mean? Because if it's one person going, they're not going to get an XL.
But I typically have everything on if I'm not driving on the weekends.
Yeah, but I would imagine you could set Uber Health on just like you could set Uber X or Uber XL.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a good one. Okay.
So, I don't know. Personally, I think it would be kind of fun to take those rides, but
I think it'd be a lot better than Uber Eats. I know that.
Oh,
We don't
yeah.
even get into that one.
But I think that's a good thing, the health one.
I think so. I think it is good. Yeah, I'm sure Uber's making profit off of it, but at the end of the day, they're helping people who would not otherwise. Maybe they don't know about the resources available to them, but they know about this Uber thing that their doctor's offering. So why not?
I agree with that, though. Same with it kind of goes on the same thing. The grocery shipped. Mm-hmm. If these elderly people do have a smartphone, I mean, that's huge. I remember when my grandparents have passed long ago, but I remember she struggled so much on getting out of the house and going to get some food. Yeah. Going to the grocery store. Mm-hmm. So I do see it. I mean, I'm looking at it as a financial thing. I'm not looking at it, and. But I mean, we all have good points.
Definitely.
Let's say that.
So this is my thing, though. So we're going into health. I mean, they got shipped out here. Is Uber going to try to do that too and try to swamp the market? That's the whole thing. They're trying to monopolize everything. They're trying to put their hands in so much stuff. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a thing where it's going to be Uber groceries.
They have Uber Garage. I'm not sure if that's what it's called actually, but they'll partner with mechanic body shops, garages, things like that, to get people, like if they drop their car off, they'll help transport them.
Well, that's just a normal Uber then. Why are we adding another title?
I don't understand.
I know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. But I saw an ad for that. Again, going back to Google searches that we do, I had searched for a local garage, and I guess my phone also knows that I drive for Uber.
Oh.
So it put two and two together, and it showed me this ad from Uber talking about getting people to my business, and it had a picture of a mechanic.
So it's like the businesses are linking up like Uber Eats.
Or they order the ride as a courtesy for
so
the
the
customer.
business
Because
orders
they don't
the
have a
ride.
loaner car.
Well, yeah. So that's actually not a bad idea.
On their overhead. They don't have to maintain a fleet.
That's
of
actually not a bad.
loaner cars.
If that's the way it happens, where the customer doesn't pay for it, I think that's brilliant.
Yeah,
but I'm saying if the customer still has to order, why do we need Uber Garage? They just can order a regular Uber, I guess.
I think it's
you're probably right.
That's ordering it for the customer.
So it's like Uber Eats, but just for garage. They're just linking up with the different companies.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's smart.
Yeah. Uber's finding its way into
Well, here's the thing. That's why they're not profitable, because they keep investing in all these other things. Now, Lyft isn't profitable either, but they're creeping close because Lyft's not spending gobs of money on this innovation. So eventually Lyft's going to catch up to Uber and become profitable probably before Uber. I mean, that's just my speculation. But
it's like Lyft focuses on doing one thing and doing it well.
Right.
They're not trying to do all these
automate cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
I seen that video with the celebrity couple, and they had the little Uber, and it didn't have a driver or whatever.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
They went to park, and it hit the car in front of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, don't even get me started about those. I think they're a lot further away than they say. Couple of terrible.
I want a flying car.
No,
I don't care about a self-driving. I want a flying car.
That's
anyway.
Never going to happen.
Sorry,
well, not when I'm alive. Yeah, we gotta wrap this up. We're on an hour. So, what do we got? What else we got? Some sad stuff. This is more of a safety thing. So there's been a couple articles. There was a man in California accused of raping 7 women posing as an Uber driver.
Yeah,
and
horrible. What
it boils down to is the plate. No one's checking the plate. Mm-hmm. That's the number one safety thing. Well, why are you looking at me confused? How many people on bar closed stumble over to your car and try to get in?
Yeah, it's true.
That's what he's doing.
He probably ordered one of those Uber signs off Amazon.
So
put
they
it in his
stumble and
car.
say, "Are you John?" And he says, "Yep."
Sure, get in.
And then they're gone.
Not even the car on your phone. Like,
But I mean, that's again, like I talked about. I leave my doors locked.
Yep.
Because people will just walk into your car.
Oh yeah.
And if he's a creeper, which he obviously was, he's going to say, "Yep, that's my name."
so what did he do? He took them to some random place and raped them?
Yeah.
Not one. How many?
7
7.
that they know
7
about.
people.
Yeah.
It's
so
horrible.
basically it boils down to the safety. And, the number one thing is you got to check the plate number. And also don't drink that you can't even look at the plate number.
Seriously.
And, I have a daughter, and I mean, I'm already worried about her. She's only 10, but I mean, those are, and not to be sexist, but, let's face it, the women do get taken advantage of, and you just got to check the plate number. It's simple, even if you're drunk. But,
Yep.
I mean, I feel terrible for those women. I'm not blaming them by any means.
No.
I mean, he is a psychopath, but could have been prevented. Probably.
Were they all drunk?
I don't know. I'm not going to say that they were or not.
I would really hope a sober person would not do that.
Well, but I check the plate number because I'm a driver. So when I use it by myself, I do that.
Yeah.
But if you're just a regular one-time Uber person, do you know to check the plate number?
Yeah.
They don't tell you to check it. I mean, maybe they do, but...
Well, shoot. I mean, think about it, though. That it's still a picture of your car on the app.
I know.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm not blaming them, but you got to have some percentage of some kind of responsibility.
Well,
You're an
it
adult.
boils
You know
down
what I
to be
mean?
responsible with alcohol. I talked to... this is a little side topic, but I talked to... he's a sheriff for Kent County, and I asked him, I'm like, just curious, like, he works nights. How has the drunk driving reduced? He goes, no, it's worse than ever. And I'm like, really?
What?
I mean, it's what he's now. He does work in the more countryer area of Kent County.
That would make
I mean, he's
sense.
not working GRPD area
Sure.
or anything like that, South County. But I was really depressed after he told me that. But my point is people are still drinking to excess, and it all boils down to responsibility. Have I drank way too much and thrown up? Yes, I have. I've been irresponsible. Would I ever remember to look at the plate? I don't know. Probably not.
I'm gonna look at the car.
I'm gonna look at the car. You're right.
Like,
Yeah.
if I'm supposed
More
to be
than the
picked up-
plate, I will look at the car.
If I'm supposed to be getting picked up by a truck, and I'm getting in the car, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
My favorite is when a passenger leaned over into my window, which I had rolled down, and said, "Is this a Toyota Camry?" And I was like,
Was it your your
Traverse.
SUV? Okay.
I'm like, nope, certainly not. I'm like, oh, okay. And stumbled off to the next car in line.
Jeez.
Yeah. But
Some people.
But I will say this. I order from Amazon. I have Uber signs that have my name on them, and I have them in the back windows, not like the back passenger and the back, the back seat windows.
Mm-hmm.
They're right there on the side. It
Yeah.
has my name on it. So not only can you match my car, you can match my name and the plate without even getting in my car.
right.
Like,
I know. No, I get it. I think it was irresponsible of them, but I mean,
I get it. If you're drunk, like, they can't even cross the street, let alone, I get it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're telling them, hey, I'm an Uber, come on, get on in. You're
Yeah.
lowering them in.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they come in
Yeah.
without talking to them. Imagine if you were saying, yeah, I'm this guy. I
Yeah,
mean,
come on in.
they just want to get home, and it's sad. But another sad story. This is a world.
You laughed
Just
as you
end
said it.
on
bro.
No,
really.
Another sad
we
story.
cannot end on that. No. I should have found one more fun one. Dang it. I should have sprinkled them in. So this is just like trending stuff. There was a puppy on a plane. I don't know if you saw this. This happened today.
Is that like
Picture.
snakes on a plane?
No.
Okay, sorry.
See? Come
Try
on.
to make things a little funnier.
But anyways, the flight attendant.
It's a good movie, by the way.
I never saw it.
Okay, I didn't
There's
either.
a lot of MFs in there.
Yeah, I was just thinking there. I remember one line that everyone said.
He said like 3 of them in that line.
Yeah. Get these Emmer effing snakes out of this Emmer effing plane. I remembered it. They had a dog on the plane, which maybe it was an emotional dog, service dog, or whatever. And the attendant asked them to put it in the bin, and they, the
Like the
overhead
overhead
bin.
bin?
Oh, it died.
Oh man,
It died. Like, I don't
I
know what
see
it
that
died. I
hand.
didn't read the article because I didn't want to be sad because I'm a dog lover, but
Wow.
Yes?
If you could
I don't
see-
even know how I feel about this. First of all, I'm a cat person. Don't matter. But why would you
Cats
put
are
your
awesome. Yeah.
why would you put your dog? How is that any different in a car?
I don't know.
Ain't no air. First of all, you don't love your dog for real. You don't. Why would you put your dog in there?
I don't know.
First of all, you should have got this cleared. They make you go through all these different checks and all these different things
Well,
before you
what-
even get on there. So if it's a service dog, it shouldn't have even been in the bin in the first place. It's not like you brought a service ostrich on there.
Well, you can. There is such a thing.
It is.
You
Actually.
can.
You can do a small horse too.
You can bring a service dog on the plane. It doesn't have to go under, or an emotional support dog. It doesn't have to go under. If you
So it went under, or did it go in the overhead?
the
What are the
overhead.
They put that thing in the overhead.
Yeah.
You don't love your dog.
Oh, it was a
Well,
French bulldog too.
It was the flight attendant that told them to.
First of all, I would have told that flight attendant what they could do. All right, my dog's not going in the bin.
Yeah. It's
Absolutely
odd.
not.
Yeah,
Because
can't-
it wouldn't. I guess it was like just over the aisle. It was supposed to go under the seat, but it wasn't fitting.
I would have had that on my lap
Mm-hmm.
before I put that thing on the bin. Get out of here.
well, I'm wondering if I don't see it say it's a emotional support dog. So
Was it just a
I
dog?
think it was just a pet.
Okay,
But then it's supposed, isn't it? Oh, so maybe the rule is if it's small enough to fit underneath,
seat.
you can bring it on the plane in the crate. But if it's not, it needs to go where all the luggage
Yeah.
is. They're on the plane. They said, "Oh, just go ahead and put it in an overhead bin," and it died couldn't breathe.
nobody had a brain.
No,
They don't
kidding.
know how oxygen works.
Because I'm wondering, they refunded the $125 fee that paid for a dog to fly in the cabin. Okay, so she paid an extra fee so the dog could fly in the cabin.
Your dog died. Here's
I'm suing
$125.
You killed my dog.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the attendant was like, "Yeah, you have to do this or you're going to get kicked off the plane." And I would be like, "Okay, I guess I'm off the plane.
Right?
See ya."
I'm sorry. I would
Rebook me.
have threw a whole adult foot.
I wouldn't have. I would have said, "I'm not doing this." And he would have said, "Then you're going to be kicked off." And I would say, "Okay, where's
Okay.
the exit?"
Hey, drag me off so I can get paid.
Right.
Do me like you did that doctor.
Cece's like, I'm getting paid. Well, they're going to get paid anyways, but I just feel so bad.
Yeah, man.
They had young kids too.
I'm
so
sorry. None of y'all are smart.
Seriously?
No,
Where's
no,
your
come
brain?
on. Like, I feel bad, and I'm not saying it's not sad.
You're
But
being
at the
mean.
end of the day, all those people on the plane, nobody thought that was really. They thought that was a good
I
idea.
don't know. I don't think anyone thought it was a
It's
good
an
idea.
equivalent of a car with the windows rolled up.
Well, it's interesting. It's interesting. It must be airtight in those things.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, why couldn't the dog breathe?
And you couldn't hear. You couldn't hear nothing. That thing was struggling. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel some kind of way because they dumb.
Oh, Cece's getting crazy. Okay, it's fun. It's
All right.
fun. So we are having a GR rideshare basketball tournament bracket, and it was posted on our website. And I think Nick said whoever wins it, they're giving like a Uber gift card away or whatever, or a Lyft gift card. Whoever wins, who picks the winner. So I don't know the deets. Go to our Facebook page. You can't play. No, you can play. I don't care.
I was about to be like, I'm always in
I
brackets.
don't want to play.
I don't play. I'm not. I mean, I want everyone to play,
I
but
just want to talk junk.
yeah, I'm not. Although
Tomorrow's a big day for that.
well, yeah, it's tomorrow. That's why Nick had to get it in tonight. But I did see one bracket, and I had thought a lot of people were saying Michigan State was going to go to the finals, and the bracket I saw, the quick one before we got online, they had Michigan State going out in like the second round, and Michigan going almost to the Final Four. Just because Michigan beat Michigan State twice this year, I'm like, Michigan State always comes to the tournament.
You're a state person.
Oh boy.
Go blue.
Oh, boo. Well, anyways, I didn't mean to end everything on a terrible note, but I appreciate everybody. And I was going to text my wife to tell her to turn the live stream off.
I think I could probably do that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Can you do it from your phone?
I might be able to.
Okay. But yeah, good luck this weekend with I can't believe it's going till 10 o'clock.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
All day.
Well, that's new because I don't ever. Maybe it always went till 10, but maybe I was gassed by 3 that I was like, I'm done.
Well,
So,
no one can work the whole thing, so
well, they can if they alternate apps,
yeah. But
So-
I mean, Uber, they got the cutoff.
right? So
Wow. It's like
she
she
beat
just.
you. No, I texted her.
Been watching the whole time.
Yeah, just click disconnect live stream or whatever.
No?
Yep. Oh, our producer, Megan.
Bum, ba-da-da.
Thank you. Oh, wow, that's exhausting. Thanks for listening to the GR Rideshare podcast. We appreciate it. Real quick, social media links. GR Rideshare for Twitter and Facebook, and YouTube is GR Rideshare Adventures. Although if you search GR Rideshare, it'll pop up. We also have our Patreon account. It's patron.podbean.com/GR Rideshare. Again, all that does is support us in the podcast and keeps this thing rolling. Also, if you could review us on iTunes, give us a 5-star. Why wouldn't you? If you're listening to this and you're a follower, all of you should be on there giving us a 5-star, or anywhere else that you can review our podcast, Stitcher. There's a billion of them out there. Please do. It really helps us in the search rating, and we would be grateful if you did that. That's about it. We are trying to do podcasts every 2 weeks to keep it consistent, and hopefully we can bring you good news. We do have maybe some good news coming up in the next month or so. We're working on something, so we'll let you know when that comes out, but it's pretty exciting. Again, thanks again, and have a great day.